A new year begins, 2026, and with it, goals. And most people fail to follow through on those goals because they don't put 3 pillars into practice: clarity, cost, and commitment. And before you say, "This is it, this year will be different," take a breath with me. Because the problem isn't flipping the calendar. The problem is entering another year without changing your posture. And what is posture? Posture is how you respond to what happens. It's the way you act or react in any situation. For example, some people start the year thinking, "This time I'll do it." Now it's serious. This year I'm starting off on the right foot. Let me ask you something, no judgment. How many Januaries in your life started exactly like this? January arrives, you clean your desk, organize your phone, make mental promises, tell yourself focus is coming now. Then February goes by, March starts to squeeze, and when you notice the year is already moving forward, and you're repeating the same rhythm, the same patterns, the same posture as always. And the problem isn't lack of desire. Excitement doesn't sustain the change you're craving. But some people start the year differently. They say, "I'm not repeating the same year." That sentence sounds similar, doesn't it? But it comes from a different place. The difference isn't excitement. It's decision. Because decision doesn't depend on mood. It doesn't depend on January. It doesn't depend on high motivation. Decision depends on posture. 2 types of reactions. 2 types of lives. Here's where a silent divider exists. It's not something you see in ads. It's not something you post on stories. It's not something anyone applauds. It's internal. It's the moment when 2 people hear the same sentence and react in completely different ways. On one side, the person who slips into victim mode. It was a hard year. No one helped. There wasn't enough time. It wasn't the right moment. And pay attention to something important here. Those statements aren't lies. The year can have been hard. People may not have helped. Time may have been short. But when those statements become a pattern, they stop explaining life and start justifying stagnation. On the other side, the person who takes responsibility. I messed up here. I was inconsistent there. I let things slide. But I still have time to do it differently. This posture doesn't come from guilt. It comes from maturity. It's the person who understands that taking responsibility isn't self-attack, it's regaining control. This isn't judgment. It's diagnosis. Because before any real change happens, you need to see where you are without decoration, without excuses, and without self-deception. This channel doesn't exist to motivate everyone. There are no ready-made phrases here to hype you up for 5 minutes and leave you exactly where you were afterward. This channel exists to align people who are ready to stop living on autopilot and start intentionally building their own life. And to do that, you need to understand 3 pillars. They're simple, they're uncomfortable, and they're unavoidable. If one is missing, the plan breaks. If 2 are missing, you never even start. And if all 3 are missing, you spend another year thinking the problem is the world, when, in truth, it's posture. Pillar 1, clarity. Clarity is not knowing what you want. Clarity is knowing what you want most and what you're willing to leave for later. Most people aren't stuck because they lack ability. They're stuck because of too many options, too much noise, and poorly defined priorities. It's like wanting to go to the United Kingdom but not knowing whether you're starting in New York, Lisbon, or San Francisco. Without a starting point, there's no route. Without a route, every effort turns into exhaustion. And exhaustion gets translated by the brain as lack of motivation. And here's where something dangerous happens. The person does move, but they move toward everything. They start several things at the same time. A new project, a new routine, a different idea, a plan that looks better than the previous one. On paper, it looks like progress. In real life, it's dispersion. Clarity hurts because it forces you to choose. And every choice kills possibilities. When you choose to focus on one thing, you automatically say no to many others. And that's exactly where most people freeze. Not because they're incapable, but because they're afraid of choosing wrong. But understand this, not choosing is already a choice. And most of the time, it's the choice to stay exactly where you are. Without clarity, you wake up busy and go to bed frustrated. With clarity, even hard days make sense because you know where you're going. You understand it's a phase designed to make you stronger and give you new perspective. That is clarity. Clarity is knowing where you are. Clarity is knowing where you want to go. Clarity is mapping a smart route to get there, just like we talked about in the previous video. I'll leave the link at the end so you can watch it. And clarity is awareness, turning off autopilot and recognizing the behavior patterns that are holding you back. Pillar 2, cost. Every dream has a price, even before it delivers any results. And this is the part almost no one likes to face. Because the cost doesn't show up on Instagram. It doesn't come with a pretty filter. It doesn't turn into a catchy quote. The cost shows up in silence, in sacrifice, and in discomfort. It shows up when you realize you'll have to wake up earlier, say no to people close to you, give up comfort, look too intense to people who don't get it, go against the flow. And this is where a lot of people get confused. They think the problem is lack of motivation. It's not. The problem is no one told them that the path would charge you before it pays you. Here's the part almost no one sees. While everyone else was sleeping, they were already awake. Not because it felt good, not because it was romantic, but because that was the only quiet hour they had to build something real. On weekends, when friends were going out, they said no. Not once, but repeatedly. They missed dinners, skipped parties, turned down invitations. To other people, they looked extreme, too serious, almost obsessive. But what most people didn't see was the internal cost. Doing the work without applause, without guarantees, without knowing if it would pay off. Some days, they questioned themselves. Other days, they felt completely alone. And that's the truth no one posts. The process isn't pretty. It's quiet. It's uncomfortable. And most of the time, it's invisible. But that invisible cost is exactly what creates visible results later. You don't pay the price after the reward. You pay it before. And that's what separates those who talk about change from those who actually live it. And here's a hard truth, but a freeing one. If you don't pay the cost consciously, you'll pay it unconsciously with regret. You'll pay by staying where you are. You'll pay by watching time pass. You'll pay by asking yourself, what if I had taken this seriously? The problem isn't that the cost is high. The problem is pretending it doesn't exist. Mature people don't romanticize the process. Mature people calculate the price and decide anyway. Because they understand this, the price hurts now, but frustration hurts for much longer. Those who mature accept the price before demanding the prize. Pillar 3, commitment. Commitment is not motivation. Motivation fluctuates. Commitment sustains. Motivation shows up when everything is favorable. Commitment shows up when it's not. Commitment is identity. Here's what commitment actually looks like. For the first few months, nothing happens. No big results. No breakthrough. No external reward. You wake up early. You do the work. You follow the plan. And still, the numbers barely move. The feedback is quiet. Sometimes non-existent. This is where most people quit. Not because the plan is wrong, but because the reward is late. But the person who stays keeps the routine. Same time, same standard, same posture, even when no one is watching, even when no one is cheering. And then, quietly, something shifts. Not overnight, not dramatically. Momentum builds. And what looked like no progress was actually foundation. Commitment doesn't announce itself. It proves itself over time. And that's why consistency beats intensity every single time. It's who you decide to be when no one is watching, when no one is pushing you, when no one is applauding. A lot of people confuse commitment with excitement. And that's why they quit at the first sign of friction. Commitment is what remains after excitement disappears. It's waking up and doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's staying consistent even when results don't show up immediately. No one needs a babysitter. And that line hurts, because it's true. If you don't take your plan seriously, no one else will. People don't disrespect your dreams. They simply follow the example of how you treat your own commitments. When you truly commit, something interesting happens. Support shows up after, not before. People start to respect it when they see consistency, when they see posture, when they realize this isn't a phase. Commitment is proven over time, not in words. And that's why results follow commitment, never the other way around. Those who wait for results before committing stay stuck at the starting point. Those who commit first turn results into an inevitable consequence. Identity reinforcement. This isn't about quick promises. This isn't about New Year motivation. This is about real construction. And real construction isn't pretty all the time. It's quiet. It's repetitive. Sometimes it's lonely. Most likely, you'll mess up. You'll have bad days. You'll think about quitting. That's part of the process. For the brain, staying still feels safer than trying to change your life. Your lazy brain will want to sleep to keep things the way they are. But if you have clarity about what you want, the courage to pay the cost, commitment to who you've decided to become, then results stop being a distant hope and become an inevitable consequence. You stop relying on luck. You stop relying on motivation. You stop waiting for the right moment. Because now, there's direction. This space isn't for people seeking emotional comfort. It's for those who can handle the truth. For those who choose direction over excuses or justifications. For those who decided to move forward toward the dream life, even without applause, even without guarantees, even without shortcuts. Let me leave you with this. 1 year from now, there will be 2 versions of you. One version says, I tried. I was busy. It just wasn't the right time. Life looks familiar, comfortable, predictable. The other version made fewer promises, but kept them. They chose direction over comfort, posture over excuses, consistency over motivation. That version didn't have guarantees, didn't have applause, didn't have shortcuts, but they had clarity. They paid the cost, and they stayed committed. And because of that, their life doesn't just feel different. It is different. The difference won't be luck. It won't be timing. It won't be talent. It will be posture. If this video made sense to you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next step towards the dream life.